from Ricky Spanish on the Facebook group. He asked, he wants us to talk about Bo Dallas. So, he didn't necessarily say a specific question, but I don't know, just overall, Nick, your thoughts on Bo Dallas. Obviously, he's out right now with an injury, but how WWE has used him, his potential, whatever. You've got a soapbox to talk about whatever you want as far as Bo Dallas is concerned.
I've made it patently clear in past episodes that I am not a Bo Dallas fan. I don't think he ever should have gone up on the main roster at all. In fact, I don't think he's really earned the spot he got in NXT. NXT is supposed to be the cream of the developmental crop in the WWE system, and he's not part of that. I do think very early on in NXT when I think this is FCW. No, it was very early in NXT when he had sort of a masochistic character. It was very much hit me as hard as you can. I will bounce right back and hit you just as hard, if not harder. And it was presented in a fairly interesting fashion in which he was essentially the rubber band man. No matter how hard you hit him, he's not going to stay down. That came to a screeching halt when Big Show was introduced into the equation and he KO'd him and basically murdered his character right there in the ring.
Yeah.
As Big Show does so often with everything else.
As like WWE does with everything that we like.
Indeed. Bo Dallas never came back from that, I don't think. He never really should have come back from that because he went on to have some very, very shitty matches where he very nearly injured people critically in matches. I think his ring work's improved a little bit. Maybe not to the level that he should be on the main roster, though. Like his first appearance on the main roster where he eliminated Wade Barrett in that Royal Rumble, he never should have been in there. There were a dozen guys I could have named that should have gone up ahead of him. So I don't understand the fascination that WWE has with him. It's not even the fact that he's Bray Wyatt's brother because Bo Dallas was in that system before Bray ever got in there, as we've learned with the Jericho podcast. So I don't get it. I don't get the appeal.
I get the appeal. Overall,
Mark,
as many know, I really didn't get into NXT until the network came out. So I started with the basically it was the first NXT TakeOver special event that had Bo Dallas there. So that was really my introduction to Bo, and like I can understand the character that he was playing was definitely like heel, awesome heel in that everyone hated him. But I don't know, man. I like Bo Dallas. I like that kind of that humor, that very dry humor where like you're supposed to hate this guy and you don't get why he's still on screen. That type of thing. Like to me that appeals to me because he's doing a good job at it. If this was just like a terrible guy getting a push for no reason, like that's something completely different. But I think this guy does have good matches. And that might just be the type of opponents that he faced. But he had good matches, and he's also I thought the character was very good, and the way that he interacted with the crowd, or at least when the crowd was booing him, he did counter that I think very well. And I don't know, so I guess it's just a matter of taste. Bo Dallas, anyone who has watched NXT longer than I have, seemingly hates Bo Dallas across the board, no matter who you are. For some reason, everyone hates Bo Dallas, but I know that there are people that just found out about Bo Dallas when he was brought onto the roster, onto the main Raw roster, and love the guy. It just the style of humor that they used in his video packages attracted people who were fans of like the Tim and Eric Awesome Show and stuff like that, just because it was like awkward and cheesy, but like just that it seemingly was meant to be serious, just the way they filmed and everything. So I don't know.
I do get the appeal of that character. Yeah. I enjoy the idea of that character. It's just, like you said, I watched NXT from the get-go when it was rebranded as NXT, the current incarnation.
Right.
And the character that we see today, obviously it wasn't the character he started out with, but it was very much, he leaned into the wind on what was already happening. The NXT crowd hated him. And this is the crowd that will pop and react positively to just about anything else. And again, his rework hasn't proved to the degree where he's not in danger of injuring people. But before he made that character shift, he was a reckless worker. Like, it wasn't good. So the character that he has today, I definitely get the appeal of that. If only he lived up to that as a wrestler, then maybe I could get behind him.
Okay, cool. So hopefully that was enough Bo Dallas conversation to wet your whistle, Ricky.